for you. Nearly 24 districts in the state holding their first classes of the fall semester yesterday, and just like we've seen before, technical issues delayed the start times. In DeKalb County, some students had issues logging in. The district says it experienced some problems with the server. In Fulton County, parents also reported some minor hiccups and lags. Dozens of Cobb County parents reporting system-wide issues at the start of the school day, not being able to log into the digital learning platform. Once in, classes not showing up, and links for the Zoom classroom slow to pop up. A spokesperson for Cobb County Schools denying a system-wide failure, saying 65,000 students were using their digital learning platform, with reports of some isolated issues due to the load on the district. It is the first day of school for students and teachers in Cartersville City Schools. The district is offering both in-person and online classes. We have a complete list of the back-to-school plans for each metro area school district scrolling at the bottom of your screen. We also have a back-to-school guide on 11alive.com breaking down plans for each metro Atlanta district. We can send it right to your phone. Just text the word school to the number on your screen, 404-885-7600.